Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new PlayNow today with a game called Forged Battalion, an RTS game made by Petroglyph, not to be confused with Forged Alliance, which was an expansion for Supreme Commander, also an RTS made by I think Gas Powered Games. That's a whole different other matter. This is a game right now available on Steam Early Access for the price of just €20, which is not a lot for an RTS. Petroglyph has been on sort of a kick with making low-cost RTS with like the 8-bit Horde thing, the 8-bit Invaders thing. Empire, by the way, Star Wars Empire, I think you can actually see this. I think I'm recording it properly this time. You can see the Steam overlay. If not, I'm just saying that the Star Wars Empire at War Gold Pack is €20 as well. And it's a interesting game. Oh man. Remember Guardians of Graxia? Oh man, those were days when they tried to make a card game and then a strategy game based on the card game. They also have a game called Battle Battalions, which I completely forgot about this one. Again, hoping you can see the overlay, otherwise I'm just talking nonsense. Man, it's been a while since I've seen this one. It's been ages. And it honestly resembles this game quite a bit. It's free actually. Why? I totally forgot about it. That it existed, like in any way. Like, wow. Also, they made Grey Goo, which again does sort of resemble this game. And Strikers? What was Strikers? It was it was a football game. Okay. So back to this game. Back to Forged Battalion. I get the feeling that Petroglyph is still trying to make End of Nations, because in most of their games you sort of see a hint, an inkling of End of Nations, and this is pretty much it. Like, honestly, it reminds me a lot of it. Currently, because it's in early access, it has a... This isn't a campaign, this is just some of the skirmish maps with objectives and an AI that cheats more than usual. And, you can play ranked and multiplayer if you want to, or you can play it in unranked mode in skirmish against the AI, which is what we're gonna do in the show. In terms of options, it's not really that much. I'm gonna get into the graphics the moment we start the game. But first, let's get into the bit where I say that this sort of feels a lot and looks a lot like End of Nations. Now, if you don't remember, End of Nations was announced about 10 years ago. It's going to be an RTS, a multiplayer, like an MMO RTS, where each player had their own company that they could take to the battlefield, and they could customize their units, and depending on how well they did in battle, they would get money and funds to research things. And it was going to be a progressive thing, a permanent, a persistent world where you could have battles with, I think it was 20 players at the same time, each with I don't know, 50 units or something. It's gonna be something big, amazing, gigantic. It turned into a sort of a I wouldn't say a MOBA, but more of an RTT, and then it got cancelled. And I'm never gonna forgive Triumph for that, because that game just looked like it would have been great. And this is what's left of it, I say. As you can see here, you have a tech tree, and in this tech tree you can unlock different kinds of technology and components for your units, and then you can create them. For example, I can make this guy have an acid jet instead of a RPG or a machine gun or a caustic grenade, and I can add armor to it, so it's now bulkier and can be crushed by things with giant legs, which we can get to somewhere down the line in the tech tree. Problem is this, however, this tech tree, it's completely useless. It's needless, busy work, and it's utterly, completely pointless. Absolutely pointless. And I'm gonna go back here and show you why. This is the campaign. You don't get a lot of points from the campaign. You get them from doing skirmishes. A lot of skirmishes. You can basically unlock the whole thing, and I think there's actually maps on the workshop that sort of are meant to cheat the system. I actually tried using a memory editor just to get more points, but it didn't work. I couldn't find the proper thing. Or, well, it does run a local server on the PC, so maybe it keeps trying to check if it's valid or not, but it didn't work. But there are maps that are basically built to allow you to sort of cheat and get more points by just letting you have gigantic battles and kill everything and, you know, stuff. Let's go back. Now, that's not the only reason why the tech tree is kind of useless. I mean, if this was a campaign, yeah, if this was a campaign and you had to unlock these depending on missions, on what you chose to do in the mission, on what missions you took, on what units you captured, on what territories you got, yeah, like in StarCraft 2, sure, that would work. Having it be based on skirmishes, oh god no, oh hell no, oh gods no, that just makes it pointless. Because if you're gonna have a level playing field, we're gonna have to, you know, have a similar level of technology. Because I don't know how to tell you, but without this, yeah, this thing is kind of important, like a 50% health bonus to all your units. That's good. Yeah, it makes them a bit more expensive, but gods, that thing is actually quite useful. Also, you get to have laser guns later on down the line. Now, besides being poisonous because of that, as I said, it's also kind of annoying unto itself. Let's start with the way that things are organized. For example, if I mouse over this this machine gun, it shows me infantry, the infantry weapon, what the infantry weapon. Sorry, I'm babbling a bit. What the infantry weapon does, what the light vehicle weapon does, what the turbo weapon does, and what the aircraft weapon does. Now I go to RPG. It's infantry, aircraft, heavy, light. Yeah, I know some of the categories aren't there in the previous one, but why do they switch them around? Like, it goes from, it starts, you know, infantry, light, turret, aircraft. Okay, that makes sense. Then it goes infantry, aircraft, heavy, light. Why? It's the other way around. Why do you, I don't know, why would it do that? I don't understand. And it sort of happens, see, infantry, heavy, turret, light, and these are blocked for now. Also, several other things. You get to unlock flame resistance before flame weapons. Well, at least that's how they showed up. I don't know why these are classified into tiers. Because, and if they're saying that these are actually less good than these, and yeah, this is a pointless thing to have in a skirmish, because, you know, someone that has these is gonna get crushed by someone that has these. That's kind of, well, yeah, these are, again, will be more expensive, but you would think they would do the damage a bit more, but you don't actually see what damage they do before you unlock them. Like, you've got no clue how much damage these things do before you unlock. You just have that damage tab, like the damage tab, and of course the X2, X1.25, the damage multiplier to certain types of units. You may think, oh yeah, this will make it incredibly useful against infantry. Yeah, a machine gun, super useful against infantry. It makes sense. I mean, the bullets are small, the infantry is small, it should kill them. Oh, why don't rockets do the same amount of... You'd think rockets would be effective against infantry too, wouldn't they? Well, here's the thing. I think they are. So let's switch up to the... oh yeah, this is the guy. Okay, this is the infantry. Okay, where was it? Damage. Okay, so an infantry unit will do 3 damage at a multiplier of 2x to other infantry. So that's 6 damage. The rocket is going to do 8 damage to infantry at a multiplier of 1. So that's 8 damage. Unless they actually show the fire rate. Unless they actually show the DPS. Normally I'm against DPS, but here it's actually important. Unless they do that, why do I need this anymore? Why do we even have this? Like, this is just a flat out worse choice. There is no advantage to it. It should just be deleted. Like, there is no point. Yeah, it's cheaper by 20 and it builds a second faster. But look at what you're giving up. You're giving up a unit that can actually stand against other vehicles, like against bigger vehicles, against aerial vehicles. You're giving that up. Also, why you're dealing the same damage to turrets, I don't know, but I think it would be more useful against... I actually think I deleted the wrong one. Okay, I'm going to delete them both and then create a new one. So let's create a raccoon again. Rocket raccoon. Let's add some infantry armor. Which doesn't want to be added. Is it added? I think it's added. Oh no, it should have pressed enter. Oh no, press new unit. Okay, that explains it. So RPG support, yeah, movement nothing. Let's same with raccoon, and voila, we now have something useful. Now the acid jet does 10 damage, which should be useful against pretty much everything. Well, this deals more damage, but that's something else. And this does this is an area of effect kind of deal, like it leaves an AoE on the ground. So if you see a lot of units bunched up together, this will actually be useful, like, because it deals splash damage, and that can be useful. But this deals damage in a cone, so we're gonna make this as a like, honestly, probably a better anti-infantry unit than this one would be. Even though you'd say, yeah, this would probably be the best anti-infantry because it has a 2x. But that 2x is 6 damage. This is 10 damage in a cone. So it would be better. So let's do this too. Desolator. Okay. Again with the improved extra super duper. Yeah, they're more expensive. Like that's a lot. Actually, should I remove the... Yeah. Now the desolators are gonna be built faster and they're gonna be cheaper. So yeah, that's my anti-infantry unit, and it can also do things against other units, which the machine gun guy couldn't. Now let's move over to these guys. The MG Buggy, which I think I'm gonna remove. I'm gonna delete it because again, the machine gun was not really all that was cracked up to be. Machine gun base damage 20. Again, it's actually kind of good. Like this would have done again 3. It doesn't tell me exactly how fast it fires, does it? Like I just needed that. I needed that extra thing with how fast it fires. That would be useful. Okay, I'm gonna actually put armor on. Ooh, see, I like the fact that they actually change visually when they add armor to it. This does sort of alleviate the fact that you have no idea what an enemy's things are equipped with unless you mouse over them and hope that you're actually looking at the right ones. Okay, they're not unlock anything for these guys. Okay, the light tank. Rockets 42. See, this is what sort of made me not want to make missile tanks first. I mean, you see 1.5x, 1.5, like this is some serious damage here. And missiles, yeah, it's sort of there, but look at the damage. Like, look, see, that's almost 4 times as much. So let's delete the tanky tank and make a missile tank, and then probably regret it. I don't know, because it's fire slow or something. Light tank, let's see, missile tank. I'm gonna have this missile tank. Okay, we're gonna be here all, by the way. So if you want to get yourself a snack, you don't need to pause the video. I'll still be here when you're done. Oh yeah, by the way, we should actually enable these. We should totally enable these so we can actually use them in combat. Now, I actually got an anti-tank gun for my flying things, for my drones. And this deals 6 damage. I wonder what the rocket launcher... Still 6 damage. See, this is actually a constant. This is more of a choice because they're both... Well, this is more expensive a bit, but they both have the same base damage. But now I could have a choice. Like, am I gonna focus on something that's a bit of an all-rounder? Can deal some more to infantry, to these kinds of machines, or do I go full anti-tank and risk not being able to do as much to infantry? This is the actual choice. This actually makes me have to think about stuff. Whereas, you know, this still 6 damage. Like, This isn't a choice. Unless they have different fire rates, which I can actually see so I can make an informed decision on. This isn't a choice. This is a trap. So I'm gonna delete it. And I'm gonna make one with the anti-tank thing. Sky Anti-Tanker. Which is an awesome name. I'm gonna give it armor too. Just so it'll be a bit more, a bit less flimsy actually. And then we have the turrets, which I have not unlocked any new type of turret yet. We also have upgrades for the headquarters, like this one, which will give you more power. And also have a super weapon, which currently is rocket bombardment. I haven't unlocked anything new yet. Faction overview. Didn't it save the headquarters saved? Faction overview, default. Let's give it a name. Let's call you Oos, which is short for Werewolves of Original Sin. It's a meme. And let's go back. Your faction has okay. So let's go to skirmish. Let's play. Yeah, airbase should work. Next. Now the AI on normal, it's not really that great. So I'm gonna play against it. I'm actually gonna add more AIs. I'm gonna place them here. Actually, no, here. And you're gonna be in 7, yeah, maybe 5. I'm gonna put us in the same team here, in the same team, so you'll see what each of us is able to build and actually do. Okay, so in PvP, yeah, that your tech rank would limit you to playing against people of your own rank, but since you will all be getting to the same rank inevitably, like it's still kind of pointless because it's not that big of a leap in terms of ranks. They're all kind of the same, like they're not all that different. Okay, well, let's start it. I'm gonna be fighting alongside Abernathy against Sinclair and Dimka, and it's been 15 minutes of ranting, and now I'm just getting to the game. Okay. Let's start off. You may be seeing that the interface is sort of like the same as it was in whatchamacallit, that game with the Grey Goo. I think I should build it here. Okay, it's green. Okay, build there. Voila, so here's my ally. He's doing things, building things. We'll start with a couple of units. RPG. Well, he starts with... well, he has the same ones that I do.
I'm here.
Well, yeah, he does that. Did I think I deleted the... No, I still have the RPGs. So what does he get an RPG and I don't? That's kind of annoying. Okay, did we build that thing? Yes, we built that thing. Let's build one of those things, and so we'll have extra gathering resources thing. Gonna build the power reactor. So it functions the same basic rules as... why didn't we build it there? Isn't it green?
Constructing.
It wasn't green enough, I guess. It works on the same principles as pretty much every petroglyph and you know, old games made by Westwood. In the sense that you need power and you need money, and money isn't deducted instantly when you buy something. It's deducted gradually from your resource pool. Build that. Let's build one more of those. Well, oh yeah, I don't think I actually need to build this because I did get that upgrade that increased my my energy. And resource points are not well, they are everywhere, but they're not as restrictive as they were in Red Alert 3, for example. So you can fight for dominance of them, like you can control this point in the middle and try to build there. It's sort of a compromise between what Red Alert and Command & Conquer used to have and a more modern approach. But one thing that I can't stand is look at them, like they're not even trying. Like this guy is digging right next to them. It's downright. They're like this guy's at least they're there, but there is no particle effect. There is no nothing flying off them to show that they're actually mining. StarCraft 1 did it better. Like that was 2D. Speaking of 2D, you see these small plumes of sand? Like these are more subtle, and these ones, see them? Like they're beautiful, but the graphic style of this game is just all over the place. Like it's... Why can't I build these guys yet? That's strange. Oh, I need... What? Wait a minute. Oh, because of the... yeah. because I gave them a thing, because I put the extra armor on them, I need another building to actually construct them. Yeah, yeah. So that's an impediment. They don't tell you about that when you're actually researching things, when you're unlocking things in the tech tree, when you're building units. I think. Actually, I think they do tell you, but it's kind of annoying because the logos of the buildings. This thing looks like the thing that requires, like, look at it. Got an antenna on top. It's got the things on the side. It looks the same, right? Like at first glance, they sort of look the same. The buildings aren't unique enough. Like these as well. Yeah, I know that the basic idea is that these are modular and the buildings are modular, but it sort of looks like really lazy design and really cheap. Like to make sure that you can build things quickly and without much resources spent. It's not all that great. So these are going to be useless against air units, but I'm curious to see how well they do against normal ones. And I forgot to add, yeah, because I added the armor thing, I can build them outright. So there is a balancing thing in there. Now why do I need to build a comm center for armor? I don't know. It would have made more sense if I needed to build a, like if they had a different, like if they had the engineering department from StarCraft. Remember the one that you needed to build to unlock armor and weapon upgrades? That would have made more sense. Okay, let's build these guys and a bunch of these guys. Just basically spam them to no end. This thing is being built, I think, where it doesn't have power. I'm not sure. They do have a logo there for our post 200. Oh, HQ with hazmat. Hazmat prevents thingamabobs from doing things in terms of you know, acid and stuff. Prevents acid damage. Let's build one of these because we're actually gonna need it. I'm gonna build a refinery back there as well. Let's see. You can see that you have a limited amount of units you can actually bring with you in combat, like 4 of these types, and just well, 4 of these types as well. I was gonna second I thought there was more of them or less of them, but you can bring 4 units of each type into combat. And the concept of modular units has been around since, well, it's been around for a long time, and that guy is just so dead. Poor guy. I'm gonna go back to the modular unit thing, but soon. But again, I gotta comment about this effect. This is a beautiful effect. It's sort of like lower frame. It looks like something out of the Banner Saga, and it doesn't really fit with the graphics side. The graphics style is a bit, honestly, kind of all over the place. You've got the futuristic kind of style, like sci-fi unit, and they're not what you would call comedic, like cartoonish, but some of the effects are, like with the way the land looks there. It doesn't feel as cohesive as it should be. Let's blow something up. So your units, I was actually gonna do a show of the game on the previous map that had probably gonna try and do that one too. There's a map that has a fence, and your units, your infantry can pass through the fence without knocking it over, even though these are robots. These are giant mechs. See that? The way they just fade, it's, I don't know, something doesn't gel well. I'm not sure exactly. I can't precisely put my finger on to complain about it perfectly, but it's not gelling well. Poison turret, which poisons things. What? Base damage 20 and a range of nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna need to go help them if they're gonna survive. Well, they do have their own units here, so why aren't they using them to defend? Like, that guy just passed. Yeah, it has problems. It sort of relies on cheating, I believe. At least does in the campaign. In the campaign it absolutely cheats. And they lost turret there. There is elevation, by the way. You can't see it precisely here, but that's elevation there. And elevation does give you a huge advantage when it comes to the range at which you see things. Okay, so let's build the heavy factory, and then we're going to build the air one. And then we're going to go attack things. And, oh, I was going to build a refinery next. I don't actually need it that much. That's my desolator. Should build more light vehicles a bit. Well, I'm going to unlock more technology with the points I get from this mission. Be sure of that. Let's build one more of these.
Heavy factory.
Refinery up here. That should work. Well, the enemy has captured those 2 points, but I don't actually do much with them. You can build off these, but they don't serve much of a purpose, well, other than a small forwarding base or forward outpost. There's also these. At first I thought you could capture these and, you know, airdrop stuff like in Red Alert, but no, you can't actually do that. Outposts can only be captured via the use of the infantry unit or more, and only after you build this thing. By the way, let's build the this thing here. That's my air base. Gonna be building air units there. Let's fire, 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 fire. That's a laser turret, which isn't built yet, so it's fine. Now I can actually capture this with these things, but I don't have the desolator behind me. I'm actually gonna go see if I can attack them right now. No, I put them in the other direction. So I forgot where I put these guys.
Ally under attack.
Ally under attack. That's okay. We're gonna attack the enemy too. That's just there, like there's nothing next to it. It's meant of it as a defensive point, I believe. Come on, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it harder. This does only have damage against turrets, so it's actually a problem. Why can I not build this yet? What am I missing? No, did I forget to build the comm center? No, it's built. This is built. Why? These are green, right? This is green.
Constructing.
That's weird. Like, that's the first time it's happened. For some reason, it won't build things. That's actually quite strange. Okay, let's put these in control so I can actually get to them faster and attack these guys. That's a laser. No, that's a grav turret, which deals 66 damage, which is nice. And let's build our bombard thing as well. Our super weapon. Yeah, there, that thing worked. Oh, great, more units. Shoot it, shoot it, shoot the laser. 10 damage, and I blew up. So close. Oh, refinery. You're not gonna be refining anything there, boys. Nothing. Nothing. These are MG soldiers and some rocket ones too. But one thing I like is that you can actually move and fire at the same time. Like, they have independent controls for firing. Which is nice. Like, you can keep things a bit mobile in case you run into things like artillery, because artillery is absolutely deadly. See? Oh, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is a death trap. Like, if they had more artillery up there, I would have been dead even faster. But yeah, so let's now build up some actual units. I'm gonna build a bunch of these guys, some of these, absolutely some artillery. I'm actually gonna build a few more of these, because when you build more of them, you do get a bonus to the production speed. So I'm gonna move these guys here to the center, and in the center I'm gonna build some refineries and some. How are you not beating them? Okay, I'm gonna send these guys here. Actually, they're doing fine with just the turret. I'm gonna help them anyway. That's a glue soldier. Does no damage. It's a support thing, I believe. So that's a grenade launcher. That's actually quite useful because it does a lot of splash damage. And splash damage against infantry, against lightly armored units is quite powerful. And there's a party here. You kill those guys. Now, I'm not sure if I'm losing because there's more of them than there are of me, or because the machine guns actually fire faster and deal more damage overall. Again, it's not clear. The game should try and make it a bit clearer. Because otherwise, I think I would have won. Acid jet comes out, acid sprays a cone of acid. Doesn't look like a cone. Does damage over time. Didn't really look like a cone, did it? Looked more like a stream.
Ally under attack.
So let's get these guys rolling then, and these two, and let's try and conquer the middle again. Actually, I'm gonna make an attack move all the way there, in case they encounter something along the way. See, these guys have legs. The legs make them run slower, but they give them more health, I believe. Walkers can crush standard infantry units. Okay, so how even the little ones can, and I'm not sure how the little ones can. Didn't I build like a bunch of these? I think I forgot about them. Okay, I totally forgot about these guys. Control 2. Let's send these guys for a picnic, for a party. Okay, like the anti-material, no, that's anti-tank. The anti-tank thing is quite awesome. Doesn't do that much against the infantry though, so I should probably just focus on taking down big things. Proton buggies. That's a rocket soldier, so take that out. I think I helped them enough. I'm gonna do my own thing now. Okay, is this thing capturing? Come on, capture this thing so I can build my stuff here. Not working. Should I take these guys back now? Yeah, that's a glue gun. It's a poison turret. Blue soldier. Okay, I think I captured Yalko, so I'm gonna build my refinery there. And some turrets.
Constructing.
And then I'm gonna build more unit recruitment places. Fire, fire, fire. Yeah, my unit's getting down. Yeah, that thing died.
Refinery complete.
Exploding, dead. They don't have that much self-preservation. Oh, I'm over budget with the energy. That's fine, that's fine.
Constructing.
Let's build an anti-infantry one too. And this way we should have everything we need to start a really big war. Okay, heavy.
Power plant complete.
Light.
Constructing. Turret complete.
Turret complete, that's good, that's good, good. Let's move all these guys out here. Just so they have something to do. Come on. See, that doesn't look like a cone now, does it? That looks more like just a straight line. Well, it does sort of... You don't get a proper sense of exactly what their firing arc is now, do you? Like some range indicators on the cones would be nice. Damn, I'm absolutely just murderizing them here. Even though I'm sort of breakdancing there because of the pathfinding, but it's... That was a good attack. That was brutal. Come on. Okay, yeah, that's enabled now. 11 units, 11 seconds. Let's try and capture this thing here. Hopefully it'll work. I do cause less damage to turrets though, so I should be careful about that. But there are a bunch of us. And this thing isn't powered on. It's not finished. Just like in most Command & Conquer games, the harvesters do have quite a lot of energy. A lot of life, I mean. And these guys just seem to be stuck in the geometry of the level. Okay, they did blow up that thing. And there you are. Come on. Okay, that was trap. I think they're all dead now. I'm just gonna do this then. Hey, if they died, at least they didn't die for nothing. I think I may have taken out a building, but it doesn't show up until I actually... Ooh, I rediscovered the area. Rocket tanks. Yeah, these are rocket tanks, missile tanks. Okay, let's repair the turret. They won't blow up, I think. Where was it? There, one heavy vehicle factory. Let's put it here.
Constructing.
I'm actually gonna take all of these and just slap them together in a single control. Move these guys out a bit. And from here I'm gonna do a really very brave attack. Well, not yet actually, because I still need some air unit. Wow, that was a long range thing. How far are we? Oh, that's really long range. That's nice. That's a proton turret. A really long range turret, it seems. Cool. And it's doing a lot of damage. Like a lot of damage. That was scary. Okay, let's take out their refineries so they don't have enough resources, hopefully, to mount a defense. You can't build expos, so you're reliant on these outposts to expand the reach of your buildings. Otherwise, you're sort of stuck. You can't build MCVs. You can't pack it up and roll out, as you could in the Command and Conquer. I'm gonna need air units, because if I go rushing in again blindly, I won't be able to see where their stuff is, and they'll just murderize me. Let's take this one out as well. Once we do that, we'll be able to move forward and take out the main base. Man, they have a lot of harvesters. A lot of, and there's a, oh, that's just an MG drone. That's a proton buggy. It's proton bazooka, mount a light vehicle, proton damage plus softens armor. Okay, so that's an interesting improvement. Like it's not just direct damage, also does something. Come on. Yeah, this is a good one. See that? I do think that artillery does some splash damage. Yeah, it does, like 200 splash damage, that's a lot. Super weapon ready, okay. I think they'll actually scatter when they see the super weapon coming. Because if they don't, they're kinda dead. I think... Did they just... Yeah, sometimes they'll choose to fire on something that's not actually all that dangerous, like a harvester, instead of shooting something that's offensive and dangerous and right next to them. That's a seismic drone, seismic unit, I believe, that does damage around it. It's actually quite a... like, some of the upgrades, like, they're actually quite nice. They do give you more tactical options, more interesting decisions, but... again, in a game based around ranked play, around multiplayer, they don't make a lot of sense. This isn't... everybody's gonna get to that level. They're gonna get there soon, so having it be locked off doesn't make a lot of sense. Also, I think I'm playing in standard mode, so blowing up their their HQ won't actually end the combat. There's three types of ways to play skirmishes. There's one where if you blow up the HQ, you win. One where you have to kill every unit, and one where you just have to kill all the buildings and leave turrets. Turrets will still be not counted against the limit. Yeah, we're gonna be. This is gonna be a long show, by the way. As I said again, I said it at the beginning. Sorry if I babble. It's kind of overwhelming to talk over an RTS. I haven't done this in some time, and I actually took the time to properly play it before starting the match. Well, apart from noticing that things change, you require different buildings when you upgrade the armor. I did not notice that, and I couldn't buy the upgrade before I actually started the show. So sorry about that. I'll probably try and limit the amounts of mistakes I do in shows in the future, since I can actually devote more time to making the shows right now. I'm probably going to go back to doing 2 PlayNows a week soon as well, in case you're wondering. We'll probably build more units. Okay, keep forgetting to build more of these guys. Okay, rockets and shooty and these guys and you and you. Yeah, you. Oh, and their friends are coming to help. One thing that this game does seem to have some potential, but it is lacking something. Like I like that it has customizable units, like they're all nice and such, but see, the AI does know when to scatter, at least. That's something. It does lack a certain type of, a certain style of game. It doesn't have something that's quite important, and that is turtling. Yeah, you can build turrets and hide behind them, but the turrets are boring as hell. Like, yeah, they do have some that. I saw the one that was a bit more of an artillery thing, but I haven't seen in the tech tree because I haven't been able to unlock it yet, and the max ones are blocked off. The max level ones are not viewable by the players yet. They don't have interesting mechanics to them. What really set Riddler 2 apart was that its units, even its buildings, had really interesting mechanics attached to them. You could plump a bunch of Tesla troopers next to a Tesla tower, and you would amp its power and its range. You could power that thing when you didn't have any energy left in your base. You could put a bunch of prison towers, one next to each other, and they would power one another. It was a mechanic that made it interesting. It wasn't just plumbing it down and that's it. There was more to it. And in this game there's less to them. There's less of that. That's kind of sad. I wish there was more to it. But there isn't. At least currently, I think. Maybe when I unlock everything, but... I tried to cheat to unlock it, but it didn't work. People have said in the forums that there are ways of cheating the workshop. I just haven't found them. Well, you'd also get points if you lose as well, though not as much. Not as many, I should say. And here we are doing a flanking attack on this base. Hopefully taking it out before they can actually do some counter-attack. Blue soldiers can attack. That's a glue thing. Target slow by 75%, which isn't that much. I mean, when you, okay, so they did flank me hard. That's a hard flank right there. That's a good play by the AI. They got the turret. They got the tank. Tanks are bad. They got the flying thing as well. This is just an MG drone, shouldn't target it. The artillery, however, that is dangerous because of the AoE effect. And we survived that attack. Super weapon ready. Okay, let's nuke them. I think they have a unit there that's attacking me. Yeah, that's an artillery unit right there. Have I built more? Ooh, boy, they're I don't know what they were doing, but Sure, they look like they were having fun doing it. Let's attack this. I actually don't think I have attack move, do I? Not sure if I have. Also, I forgot to. Oh yeah, there's the new enemy headquarters they have. The glue soldier doesn't know what to do.
Red player eliminated.
Okay, so red is dead. That's a good thing, so I can just focus on doing this. Where are my flying units? Go attack there. It can be kind of hectic to determine exactly what weapons your enemy has. Like this is an MG drone, yeah, but once I mouse over it, I couldn't really tell the difference between this one and this one at first glance. I mean, if they were packed together, I couldn't see the prolonged nose of that thing. We should be really taken out soon. Oh, that poor guy is just doing his best to run in there, but he can't do anything. And they don't have any power left, so the turrets are dead. And my AI ally did basically... Oh, that's a healing thing. So you can have repair drones, which is nice, but he's not doing anything with them. It's just amassing units there. Flame cars, rocket troopers, acid grenadiers, MG drones, rocket drones, bomber drones, poison drones, acid grenadier, acid trooper, acid rockets. Got a lot of units. Not doing anything with them. I guess I'm gonna end the video after I'm done with this this mission. It's ever since War Inc. I keep wanting to see more games that have this modularity to them and the way that you design your units. Yeah, I like this. I like that fact about this game. But it's... I would like that fact more in a campaign setting, like a proper campaign, not just a couple of missions that run basically on skirmish maps. Which, honestly, this is what it does. So let's select these guys. You go and terrorize that building over there. Oh, the poor harvesters. Let's terrorize this one. So I don't think it's particularly well done. At least the unlocks aren't well done. Like they don't tell you enough information about what you're unlocking, so you can get an accurate and good idea of what you're doing. And since you basically can upgrade them without really that much work, it doesn't fit well. Like this would have fit well in a slower kind of environment in an MMO, which again is what End of Missions was, and this is where the core idea for the game comes from, where you progress slower, depending on what missions you took. You would unlock different units, different types of resources. It will let you build certain types of armaments for your units. That's where it comes from. In a short form game, which this is it's just $20 game. It's a short form, no campaign kind of game. It doesn't work as well. And victory. Now let's see how much I unlocked now. And I got victory 85, 114. No economy bonus. I don't know exactly what the economy bonus would be. Unit bonus, structure bonus. Would have probably gotten double. Actually, I did get double last time I played this. I think I killed more of them last time. Okay, so let's go back and see what else we can unlock and maybe make a new unit, and then I'm gonna end the show. Can't really afford anything other than 120 threads, a set of wheels. Does it actually tell me? No, it doesn't tell me. See, here it doesn't tell me that I'm gonna need a new an extra building to construct these, and it doesn't tell me here either. I was giving the game the benefit of the doubt and I was wrong about it, because I cannot build these without that extra building, and it doesn't tell me that I can do that. See, it's this kind of lack of information with, you know, all the other information around here it sort of makes it even more annoying. But the good thing is, the game is still in early access, so Battlefield does have time to fix and improve and make the game. Hold on, wait. It does tell you. It does tell you here, at the end, not here where it ought to be a bit more useful. Now, where could they fit it? Would they have fit? Would could have fit it as an overlay? Maybe decrease the size of this a bit and bump that here, that info here as well. Because you're more interested when you're building it, what you'll need than here. Actually, you'll be more interested when you research the thing here. So that would be the proper. This is where they should put it. Like this is where they should put it. The information that you need an extra building to be able to construct these. You know, and give you information that this will make it X slower. This will. There's not enough information in it. But again, there are some unique things like you can turtle. You can tunnel, well, turtle mode. You can build your buildings underground. You can make them go underground like Zerg buildings, like Zerg units, and like the Terran spy depots in StarCraft 2, which is a nice thing. You can have the glue gun. You can have a nuclear missile. You can have what is this thing? A plasma cannon. You can have an ion cannon. You can have. Well, these are locked. These are not yet available. I don't know. On one hand, I kind of like the game. On the other, it's kind of half-baked, especially because of this. This is the entire campaign. I give it credit. The missions, they're not actually easy. Like the AI will cream you because it cheats. But there's just 5 of them, and there's not really much of a campaign with all that old Westwood charm to it. It's kind of meh. And I don't really want meh. But again, it's just $20, so who knows how the game will shape up when it goes into the final version. We'll see, we'll wait and see. So there's been it. Come back tomorrow for more show. Well, actually, don't have a show tomorrow, but we'll have a show pretty much anytime. So have fun and check out the game on Steam. It's available for, actually, this is Strikers, and it's not available yet. Whoa, that's strange. It's available on Steam right now for the price of €20, and hopefully it'll improve as time goes on. Goodbye.